Hey guys, here's Torsten back with in full effect, and today is my review of the Razer Thresher Tournament Edition headset. Actually, before I get into the review, I want to mention there are in total 4 different versions available of this headset. So all of them besides the Tournament Edition, which we're gonna be reviewing today, all of the other versions are wireless. So you have the version for the PlayStation 4, the model for the Xbox One, and then there is the model that is called Ultimate Edition, which comes with an external amplifier and a headset stand. Also, the prices are quite different between the models. The cheapest one, which we got here, is 100 bucks on Amazon. The Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 version are 150 bucks. And then the Ultimate Edition is 250 bucks. So let's also see how this headset compares to the ManO'War, because the ManO'War is quite similarly constructed. And actually at the moment the ManO'War headset is $160 on Amazon, so quite a bit of a price difference. And for the box itself, actually there's no really need for an unboxing because there's not much in the box itself. You can see the typical soft foam, which really keeps your headset safe. And then there's no additional cables or accessories besides the manuals, etc. So let's come to the overview of the headset itself. And I'm gonna be actually putting the ManO'War next to the Threshers so we can do a little bit of a comparison here. As you can see, quite similarly built. You have the metal mesh here at the ear cups, similarly sized ear cups with the big foam. Actually the Thresher foam, the cushion here is softer than on the ManO'War, but besides that, both of the ear cups on the Thresher and the ManO'War, they swivel, which is good. If you don't use the headset, you can just swivel the ear cups and have them resting against your chest. Then the biggest difference, I would say, is the band, the headband construction. You hear on the Thresher you have the metal band on top, and then this soft band here which rests on your head, and the ManO'War on the other hand has that one band construction, which results in a little bit stronger clamp. And also a lot of people in the past were complaining that this piece, actually it is just connected with these tiny plastic thingies, and a lot of people complained that it broke after a while. I didn't have that problem, but you can see that this might happen, whereas the Threshers, they seem to be a little bit more promising in terms of longevity, I guess. So the headphones, it's also a similar construction, or the same construction basically. It just slides into the ear cup, which is okay. Big fan of it in terms of design, but sometimes it's not as convenient as a microphone that just swivels upwards, because you have to readjust it more once you pull it out. Also, what I want to mention, the connection to your device is different with both headsets. You have on the Thresher, and if you look at on the packaging, actually it is officially made for console gaming. And what that means is actually that the plug itself has 3 packs. And that means that basically the microphone and the audio is combined into one plug. That has the problem actually that if you want to connect this headset to your PC, you need something like this, which is a splitter that basically splits the one plug into 2 connectors for the microphone and the audio. So keep that in mind. If you want to use this headset on your PC, you need such an adapter. Otherwise you will not be able to use the microphone. The ManO'War on the other hand already comes with an adapter that looks like this. It's a USB plug, and on the other side it comes with this analog plug adapter thing. So you plug it into your USB port, and it integrates into the Razer Synapse software automatically. This is a little bit more convenient for people who want to use it on their PC. It's not a big thing, but anyway, I wanted to mention that. The audio mic splitter costs you around $5, so it's not a big investment, but you have to factor that in if you want to use it on your PC. Just keep that in mind. Alright, so let's go into my rating categories I usually go through when reviewing a headset, and let's start with the comfort. If you saw my review of the ManO'War headset, you know that I was a big fan of it, and the comfort is excellent. But the Thresher is actually even more comfortable because of the less clamp due to the new construction. The metal band, it's more flexible, and the clamp on your ears, on your head, is less than with the ManO'Wars. and the ManO'Wars were already pretty comfortable, and the clamp force onto your head was not really a thing. But the Threshers are even better, so that's amazing. And like as I mentioned, the foam itself on the ear cups is even softer than on the ManO'War. Even after playing for hours, you don't definitely feel any fatigue on your head or your ears. The ear cups actually are big enough for me that my ears completely fit into it. They touch the sides of the cushions a little bit, but it doesn't really cause any discomfort or fatigue. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is the audio. And actually the Threshers sound very similar to the ManO'War. I can't really discern too many differences. I think they have the same drivers integrated, and the sound signature is, I would describe it as a fun headset. It really has a thumping bass and nice mids and highs, but it just sounds nice and fun to listen to, not too analytical compared to the Sennheiser Game 1 maybe. Those sound a little bit more flat than the Threshers. Also, what I suggest is that you combine those headsets with some kind of virtual surround solution, like an external amplifier, or what I usually recommend is just installing the Razer surround software, which comes for free, and then you get the same performance as with the other models, but you just pay less. So this is actually a really good steal if you want to have the best bang for your buck and you don't care really about having the wire. Just get those and install the Razer surround software. I put the link down in the description, and just enjoy the virtual surround sound for only 100 bucks, which is a really good deal in my opinion. So in summary, I would also say 10 out of 10 for the sound. And then for the microphone, you would actually think that they might sound similar to the ManO'War because the construction looks the same. And if you saw my review, I think the ManO'Wars have actually one of the best microphones of all the gaming headsets available. But the Threshers, actually the microphone is the biggest weakness of the headset. Let me just show you a sample clip and then we can talk about it after that. So this is the microphone test of the Razer Thresher Tournament Edition. And the microphone input volume is set to 100 and the microphone boost to plus 20 decibels, which is quite high, but it's necessary for the Thresher to get the necessary volume out of it. So as you can see, the microphone sounds pretty tinny, and actually you have to boost the volume in your settings up quite a bit to actually get the sufficient volume out of the headset. So if you really want to broadcast your games on Twitch and you don't want to use another microphone, or you want to do some recordings, this is not the headset for you. So the microphone I would give a 6.5 out of 10. Last but not least, we come to the build quality, and I think really the Threshers do a great job there. I mean, you see the band here, and this is also a reason why I went with the cheapest tournament edition, because the Xbox One version and the PlayStation 4 versions, they come with colored inlays, green for the Xbox and blue for the PlayStation 4, and the material looks honestly very cheap. So I already saw in the store, because the plastic is glossy, whereas the silver is a little bit more matte. The glossy had already caught up a lot of scratches, and overall that colored inlay really gave the whole headset a cheapish feel to it. And since those models were actually more expensive, I didn't have any interest in buying those. So besides that, the build quality I think is really great. I mean, like I said, it's pretty much the same like the ManO'War. It's mostly plastic besides the headband here on the top and the metal mesh here at the ear cups. But you know, it's a very high quality plastic, so it never feels cheap, and it's quite light. I think I would say actually it's a little bit lighter than the ManO'War. So good job, and for the build quality I would give it a 9 out of 10. So coming to the conclusion, guys, I would really say this is a great product from Razer. I really can't judge for you guys if you should go for the more expensive versions. Of course, if you are looking for wireless headsets, then you have also other options out there in the market. But the wired version, which comes at $100, I think that's a really good deal, a really good bargain for the sound quality and the comfort. The microphone is kind of weak, but good enough for games. I think in games you actually have a lot of clarity in your voice, so people really hear you well, but the sound quality, it has no bass, so I was a little bit disappointed by that. Also, one thing I was a little bit disappointed that Razer didn't include the audio mic splitter in the box, because if people buy this headset and they don't know better, then they will connect it to their PC and they will not be able to use their microphone out of the box, which for some people can be quite inconvenient. So definitely the Thresher Tournament Edition headset gets my recommendation. Check it out in the stores, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe maybe to my channel, and I hope I see you in the next one. Cheers guys!